I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Yeah, very good. Thank you. Very good.
Firstly, thank you very much for giving me opportunity to interview you for my YouTube channel and podcast and for my channel.
No problem. No problem. Great to be here.
So I've gone through a profile. I can see you're doing great work. So I thought to tell about your work to my audience.
Yeah, no, sounds good. Sounds good. Where do you want to start?
So before that, can you please introduce yourself to my audience?
Yeah, absolutely. So my name's Callum. I'm the founder and CEO of Life. We're a all-in-one productivity organization and collaboration platform built specifically for entrepreneurs to help them give them the tools they need to be successful. So yeah, that's me.
You're from?
I'm from London in the UK.
So when you started life and what was your experiences that made you to start this and how is it going on now?
Yeah, so I started life because I have ADHD and I struggle to focus a lot of the time. So I was trying to find something that would help people focus more. And I wanted to see where and what things I was doing that were causing me to lose focus. So I recorded my screen for an entire day, and every time I got distracted by something, I made a note of when it was, and then I watched it back. I realized that every time I got distracted, it wasn't when I was doing something, it was when I was moving between tasks, whether I was going from my emails to my task list to find a file, whatever it was, that was when I got distracted. So I thought, well, if we could put everything and all the tools you need in one platform, and you don't have to go off that platform to do your work, then that would reduce the number of distractions. And on top of that, as an entrepreneur, went out to look at a load of different tools that I was looking to use, and each of them are maybe 10, 15 pounds, and if you get 10 of those, it's 150 pounds a month you might be paying for the tools you need. I was like, that's crazy. Like, why is there not one platform that does it all? So the idea was, we'll build a platform that has all of those tools, one fee, which is 14.99 a month. There are other ones if you want to go for them, but 14.99 is the base tier, keeps you focused, and it's a lot cheaper than all the alternatives.
So how many organizations are using this now?
So at the moment, we are targeting entrepreneurs, so individuals at the moment. We will be rolling out a B2B offer, but we've got 106 people on the platform. So we only launched 2.5 weeks ago. We've got 106 people on the platform, and of those, about 13 of them are paying. So we're very early on. We're looking for our new users and ways to get new users. But yeah, it's only 2.5 weeks in. So yeah, making progress.
So it came from your thought process with your personal experience. Now it have reached more than 105 people using this platform. So what are the enhancements that you have done, from the thought process to till today that, when it is under usage?
Sorry, can you ask the question again?
Uh, before and after implementation of life.
Yep. So I think one of the things is getting feedback from our users. So the best way to build out a tech platform is to ask your users what it is they're looking for. So we've had some really good conversations with people who've been using the platform, and they've come back and said, actually, I'd love it if it did this or if it did that. And once you kind of start getting that feedback from people, it's really great to build out those new features that are things that people are looking for.
So what are the tools that you have integrated which will be helpful for any enterprise?
So it's got email, calendar, so your schedule. It's got a chat system, so like Teams or Slack. We can do video calling. You've got task lists and task manager. It's got built-in file storage, notepads. It's got a secure password vault encrypted with AES 256 encryption. It's got search engine built in. It's got your news in there. The tools that we're currently building out are a public profile, so you can share a link to your public profile so people can find you, and also a e-sign tool. So if you want to sign contracts, again, things like a DocuSign or Adobe Sign, we're looking to replace those tools with the all-in-one platform.
So what scale companies can use this?
Say that again, sorry, I'm struggling to hear you a little
What
bit.
what size of the company can use this?
So any size company can use this, but as I said, we're targeting individuals at the moment. The idea will be that it will be individuals who want to be more productive, or specifically entrepreneurs who are generally one or two people to start out with. they'll then grow into proper companies, and then we'll go B2B with them. So what you'll be able to at the moment, obviously we've got files, we've got the chat system, but what we'll do when we go B2B and start selling to companies, then you'll be able to have your company file storage and your personal one in the same place, but separate. You'll be able to chat and video call with people who are within your company. So the answer probably is we'll start with small and medium-sized businesses, because enterprise is a really hard space to crack, especially when you're a small company. But yeah, we'll want to move up to that enterprise space pretty quickly, but we'll start with just entrepreneurs, then we'll move on to small businesses, then medium, and then enterprise businesses.
What if the companies are using different systems before and trying and wants to start with yours?
So I think, a lot of companies are using a lot of different tools out there. But again, the cost of all those tools, will be a lot cheaper because they'll be using just one. And also hopefully their employees will be a lot more productive because they'll not be distracted by, every time I go and search for something, obviously I'll go search for it and then I'll be distracted by an advert or another link or something like that. And I'll click on that. And before I know it, I've lost 25 minutes. With this, it's got a built-in search engine, but it only shows the search results. It won't show ads or anything like that. So we're not going to be trying to take people's attention away from the things they're doing to get them somewhere else. We're going to be focusing them on the thing that they're trying to do.
So how much productivity that can be increased with live?
Yeah, so I've used it myself, and I'd say I'm about 30% more productive. I re-recorded my screen when I was using live for the first time. Obviously, there's more different versions now, but I'd say I'm about 30% more productive because I definitely saw myself getting distracted less. Now, obviously, there are tools that we don't have in the platform. So if I need to design something, and I'll go into Canva and do that. If I need to, obviously I'm building my platform with Flutter. So if I'm writing code, I'm not writing that in the platform. So there's still places you'll need to go out of the platform. But I'd say I'm 30% more productive by using the live platform versus just using my desktop as I usually would.
And how is the user console like? How will be the management system in this?
So you'll be able to search for other users, and you'll be able to chat with them and things like that. So it's a very open network. So it's not like Teams or Slack where you have to add people to your workspace. But it will, you can basically find and chat with anyone.
So different tools in integrated in one particular platform. So how that will be efficient and effective for an enterprise.
Sorry, can you repeat that again?
Multiple tools are integrated in one system, and
Yep.
when it comes to the management of this particular system, how it will be like for the administrator.
Yes, got you. Right. So yeah, and that's why we've focused on individuals rather than companies, because actually it's easier to sell to an individual because they're the only person who owns their data. When we start working with companies, we'll need to have systems that allow, access to files, maybe locking down certain files so others can't see it. And that's why we went for individuals to start with, because you don't have to do all of that stuff. But there will definitely be things where you'll have to have a company admin who can add and invite people to join their company within the platform. So you'll have a separate company space as well. So there'll be a lot of different features we'll need to add in order to service companies and specifically enterprise companies.
What do you say about security?
So yeah, security wise, I think, with the password vault, it's AES 256 encrypted. We've got all of our security and security rules in there, which work really well. But there will be, yes, security wise for enterprise companies is way more than it will be for small and medium sized companies. So yeah, there'll need to be more security tools built into it. They'll be able to, oh yeah, you can access this file, but this person can't. And then we'll also be able to need to remove all company data if that employee then leaves that company. So they'll always sign up with a personal account, because the idea being that you can manage your personal and your work life through here. But yeah, there'll need to be ways. So if I create a load of notes about a client or something, and then I leave that company, the company will need a way to remove that data. So we'll have to have a way of deleting files which are tagged as company data versus personal. So yeah, we're going to work a lot on security there.
It works only in UK, or it can be used from anywhere on the
No,
planet.
it can be used anywhere. It's currently UK focused, so the news that you'll see in there will be UK news. But we're working on collecting the user's location at the beginning, and that way we'll be able to show them content specific to where they are. But no, anyone can sign up at the moment. It's available around the world.
And whom do you recommend personally, like for what kind of a business or for what kind of a profession that will be more effective and effective for productivity increase?
Yeah, so I think entrepreneurs, and that's what we're targeting at the moment, because entrepreneurs are people who don't have a boss. They're their own boss. So staying productive. Now, if I'm sat in an office and I'm sat there doing nothing for a couple of hours, somebody's going to notice me. If I'm an entrepreneur and I'm sat there doing nothing, no one's going to notice and no one's going to care. So we've targeted entrepreneurs because they really find it the hardest to stay focused and productive, because they're either working by themselves or they're not necessarily as accountable to other people. So by using the platform, it'll keep them more productive, keep them more focused, and they can track their work, they can track their goals, they can set daily routines for themselves. So yeah, that's why we targeted entrepreneurs, because they probably struggle the most to stay focused.
And like I said, what size of the company can be, can use this, like mid scale company
Yeah, mid-scale
up to
companies use this. Yeah.
so up to like what kind of number of employees that they can have.
So as at the moment, we don't have a B2B offering, so we don't have a direct company offering. We only have our entrepreneur offering at the moment. But a company could use it, and they could pay for licenses for their employees to use it. So actually, any size company can use it. It's just about which companies would want to use it. Enterprise will probably say, well, the security is nowhere near where we need it. There's not the controls that we need. So yes, sorry, medium-sized to small companies, probably up to 100 users, I would say, to start with. But it can support thousands. But for the people who are actually going to buy it, medium and small companies, I'd say.
And how it will be managed?
In what way?
Like if multiple users are using it and if collaborating and is there will be any issue if they're working remotely from different countries?
No, 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 absolutely not. So what I can do is I can share my screen and show you. So this is the
This is
live platform here, so we can see that I've got my interview with you here. I've got news here. I've got my daily routines and things that I need to do. I've got my open tasks. If I click through into my emails, then I'll be able to see all of my emails come up here. It takes a second to download from the server. Here we go. I've got my emails here. There's the invite that you sent me. I can reply to that. I can forward emails. I've got my calendar in here. I can take notes on this meeting. I can mark attendance on the meeting. So me and you both turned up. I've got the chat system here. So this chat system, this is where I'm working with a couple of developers. And you can see here, I collaborate and chat with them through here. I can video call them. So everything works in collaboration with everything else. I've got my task list here, so I can check on things that I need to write, things that I need to do. And then obviously I've got all my cloud storage here as well, so contracts and everything like that. So that's kind of the platform. It's all in one. Everything I need is down here at the bottom bar. And yeah, that's the live platform. So it works really well with collaborating with other people.
so any company which belongs to any industry can use this.
Yep, absolutely any. There's no restrictions on it.
So what is the experience that that you users are getting?
So I think it's one of everything at your fingertips. We want a platform where where everything is immediately. You don't need to go, oh, where are my files? Is that on Dropbox, or have I put that on Google Drive? Whereas it's all in one place, and just really focus on productivity and making sure that people can get the most out of their time.
And what is the size of the application?
Sorry, say that again.
What is the size of the application? Size.
Size wise, I couldn't tell you. I mean, it's a big application, but it's a web app, so it's hosted with Google.
So what if they are using their own system before this and want to adopt to this?
So there'll be some migration work. So if you're a company, we'll need to find a way to migrate your files over to our system. The chat system works kind of as it is, so that you couldn't really migrate anything over to that. But this is why I think it's better for entrepreneurs at the moment rather than necessarily businesses, because they might have a CRM system or a finance system. Now, what you'd want to do in your CRM is, okay, I need to do something on this opportunity. So add a task, and you'd want that task to then show up in the live platform. We don't have that functionality at the moment, but that's the kind of stuff we'll start building when we start bringing on businesses and not just individuals.
So, are you going to add, additional functionalities to it?
Yes, absolutely. So things like contract signing, so e-signature, a public profile that you can share with people, and that will be able to be shared with people who are on the platform or off the platform. So you won't need to be logged in to see other people's profiles, and then if they, say, connect with this person, it will prompt them to sign up themselves.
Do you also have the payment system in it?
Yeah, absolutely. So the subscriptions are all done through Stripe. So we have a Stripe payment system in there for taking the subscriptions. And we also have this really cool feature, which is a built-in personal assistant. So my co-founder works on the personal assistant side, where if you say, actually, can you book me travel to go here, or can you book me a hotel for this, or can you send this email? That will come through to us, and then we'll action that. We'll take on that task. Now it's £5 per a credit, so for every request you make, it's £5, unless you're on the top tier, in which case you get unlimited ones. But for that, if you want to buy more credits, again, you can do one-off payments, and that's done through Stripe as well.
So, if a new individual is trying to start a business and wants to start with yours using live, so will you give them the demonstration?
Yeah, absolutely. Anyone who wants to get involved or use the platform, they can sign up. You can sign up to the platform for free. You can have a play with it. There's some things that obviously you can't do until you're a paid member. But you can have a look around on your own, or if you're interested in having a guided walkthrough with me, I'm more than happy to show people around.
So you have support system as well.
Yes, so yeah, we have a support system. You can raise a support ticket if you need to. So we have a support system in there as well.
And tell me about your team for working on live.
Yeah, so there's three of us at the moment. So I'm the CEO and lead product and development. So I've built the whole platform myself. I've got my co-founder Hugh, who does the operations side and the personal assistant part. And then we've actually just brought on board a guy called Todd, who is our chief growth officer. So he's going to be focused on advertising, getting new users into the platform, and generally growing the user base.
So can you tell about a little bit about your background so that what made actually you to understand and give the great system to the companies and the individuals so my audience can know?
Yeah, of course. So I've actually never been technical myself. So the entire platform is built in Flutterflow, which is a no-code platform, which has been really helpful. Met some fantastic people who build on it, and it's really scalable. So I was self-taught Flutterflow. My background is in sales, in tech sales. So I work for data science companies, software engineering companies, data engineering companies, so a few different companies in the tech space where I've been working with big multinational organizations on their things like data strategies, data platforms, AI. So I've worked on the sales side of that for a while. But I've always loved building things. And when I came across Flossflow, started playing around with it, trying to build some cool stuff. And yeah, ultimately came up with this idea and built that. And my co-founders all have operations or marketing backgrounds.
So, countries like who belongs to like not related to UK. So how different it will be for them to manage and maintain their business.
So I think, yeah, very easy for people to maintain their business through life. We're constantly adding new features that will help them. At the moment, it feels like a toolbox. So everything you need is kind of in one place. You can pick out which tools you want to use. You don't have to use them all. But yeah, if you're starting a business, you're going to need to sign contracts with new companies. So the contract sign tool, you're going to need to collaborate with suppliers, with your own team, your clients. So you've got somewhere to chat with them. Obviously, you need to use email and your calendar for what you're doing. And then obviously you've got the personal assistant bit to give you that little bit of extra help as well. And obviously the big one, task list, managing your tasks, managing your time, making sure that you're spending and focusing on the right things. So yeah, if you're starting a business, I would definitely recommend using Live.
And is it especially for businesses or it can be used for other fields as well as like education system or any other fields?
Yeah, it's a really interesting point. So we're actually going to be targeting education quite soon as well. So we think for students it would be really helpful as well because again, organization, all your notes from your lectures, you'll have an email account for your personal one, your school one, your calendar for what lectures you have that day and what you need to do. So I think education and entrepreneurs are probably the space that we're going to aim for to start with. Launch with entrepreneurs, but I think there's a lot of merit in going after students as well.
At last, what do you say about life to my audience?
Sign up. I think it's the best thing. I think that honestly, if you're somebody who's really motivated and driven, and you have a big goal that you want to reach, a lot of the time, you watch movies and stuff like that. So one of my favorite movies is the Facebook movie, and in there is a kind of like a short video montage of him coding away and stuff like that. And you watch the film, and you're like, oh yeah, being an entrepreneur, it's all making deals and doing this, and actually, it's not. It's hard work. It's staying organized. It's staying productive. It's keeping yourself accountable. And often the least sexy things, like those things, they don't get shown. And people who are new to entrepreneurship think, oh yeah, no, I'll just build this and everything will go perfectly. So actually, focus on the things that really make the difference. So putting in the hard work, staying productive, staying organized, keeping track of your goals. And really, that's why you built the platform. So if you are somebody who's looking to build a business, if you're a student who wants to pass your exams, I would definitely say sign up, give life a go, and any feedback, any new features you want to say, any features you want to see, drop me a message. I'm on X or on Twitter. My Twitter handle is life_corp_CEO. Drop me a message on there if there's any feedback or anything you'd like. But yeah, hopefully we'll see them on the platform. Also, obviously, I'm on the live platform myself, so if you do sign up, drop me a message on there. And if you want a discount code, there's a 15% off discount code. So if you do ambitious15, then that will give you 15% off your monthly membership as well, as a way to say thank you for your audience.
So any success stories after, from your clients after using Life?
Not yet. We've only been going 2.5 weeks, so we're still very new. But as soon as we have success stories, I will be happy to share them with you.
So at last, as an entrepreneur, as a technologist, as a person who is understanding the business side, also the technical side of the business. So what is your observation about my work? Have you seen any videos of mine on YouTube?
Yeah, I watched some of your videos. I like the format you do them in. I think one bit of feedback is I think your graphic design could be slightly better for the posters. But other than that, I like the content. I like how you structure it.
I have done masters in software engineering, also bachelors in computer science and engineering. Right now, I'm working as DevOps engineer. Apart from that, I'm interviewing experts like you who are already in the industry, solving different business problems and trying to understand how business works and how industries works. So, what I'm going to learn with talking with experts like you and how this is going to be contributing to my career and my future.
Fantastic. That's brilliant. No, and happy to help wherever I can. If there's anything ever I can do to help you, just give me a shout. But no, I really appreciate it. And look, I've seen how many videos you've done. It's really, really impressive. So yeah, keep up the good work. I've enjoyed watching them.
Thank you, sir. Can I put this video on my YouTube channel with your permission?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, put the video on there wherever you need to do it. Yeah, more than happy for you to promote it and put it on your Twitter as well, and I'll repost it as well.
Yeah, that's what my next question is. Like, can I also put this audio and video clip on my podcast, website, internet, social media, everywhere with your permission?
Yeah, absolutely. Put it wherever you want to, wherever you need me to promote it. Let me know, and yeah, hopefully we'll get some more users from it as well.
Yeah, thank you very much again for your time and for sharing the work that you're doing to my audience.
No worries. Appreciate it. Keep up the good work.
Thanks, sir.
Thanks.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.